There they go.
Your home for over 18 years of horse racing action. The Sport of Kings, featuring Tommy Walski. On today's show, we take a very special trip to Dubai. Racing across the nation looks at the Kentucky Derby Trail. And now here he is, BC's ambassador in the world of horse racing, Mr. Tommy Walski.
We open up today's program taking you on a very, very long journey to a country where horse racing is truly the sport of kings. We want to thank our friends at HRTV for taking us to Dubai and also giving us a behind-the-scenes look at the world's richest horse race, the Dubai World Cup.
On the other side of the globe lives a place where everything is first class, from the world's only 7-star hotel to an indoor ski resort, a land of conservative Muslims, wealthy tourists, and exotic locales. And for one night, the racing world turns its attention to the world's most prestigious and richest event. So let your imagination run wild. This is Dubai World Cup.
You're in the middle of the Middle East, but you feel like it's its own place.
Dubai World Cup race day is right up there with the best of them.
It brings the rest of the world together in the Middle East, which if you said about 10, 15 years ago that that's what would happen in the world of horse racing, people would have laughed at you.
It has been described in the past as an Olympics of horse racing, and if there is such a thing, this is probably it, because they do come from the 4 corners of the globe to race for the big money at Nad Al Sheba.
To put on a production like this, it takes a lot of sort of manpower, passion from people who really enjoy horse racing, putting on a huge event, and that's what we've got here.
For 21 million plus US money, 7 races, it's probably the most international horses competing on one stage.
You come here and this is the best of the best, and you know it's not just a few good horses in a big race. It's the best in the world.
You know, there's all the good parts of American racing and all the great parts of European racing.
I mean, it's unbelievable where the horses are coming from, and they're coming for one thing: to be competitive and to win the money.
The atmosphere as the evening builds on, and then right before the World Cup they have like an official opening ceremony, and that in itself, it's like watching Cirque du Soleil. It's just a fantastic experience. The crowd really gets into it, all the locals. Yeah, it's just like something out of a fantasy movie actually. So get tied on.
Almost 8,500 miles away from the city of Los Angeles, California, on the other side of the world, is the rapidly evolving city of Dubai. With an approximate population of 1.5 million and roughly twice the size of the state of Rhode Island, Dubai sits on the Persian Gulf, right in the heart of the Middle East. And it has truly become the epicenter of international horse racing, through Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum's brainchild at the Dubai World Cup. Champions such as the Great Cigar, Silver Charm, and Dubai Millennium have taken center stage on Dubai World Cup night. A spectacle which began back in 1996, giving the world its first $4 million horse race, and has since grown to a $21 million night of the world's best racing, making it the richest horse racing event in the world. And thanks to the good people at the Dubai Racing Club, HRTV was able to witness it all firsthand. We're on leg 1 of this Dubai trip, and right now it is just about 10 minutes to 8 out here on the West Coast, and it's going to take about 1 day from now to show up in Dubai. We're still in downtown LA on the way to the airport, so I guess you got to start somewhere, and we're starting in a taxi cab. We have the map here, and the only thing I can find is the racetrack. Right through those doors, we're walking on a plane for the next 20 hours, and we're going to be on the other side of the world. I don't know, my heart's racing. I don't even know what time of day it should be. I've really lost track of all sense of time. All right, we just flew business class. Looks more like first class to me, but let's go check out Emirates' definition of first class. I thought we were flying, I thought we were in first class back there, but this is apparently the real first class. you want a drink, no need to call the stewardess. Just push this button and voila. And in the same way I travel to Dubai in Emirates Luxury, so do the World Cup competitors. And I don't mean the jockeys. The horses get to Dubai on Emirates in their own personal stall, which resembles a massive shipping crate. And if I need a passport, so do they.
Well, this is the Nad Al Sheba jockey's room.
When I arrived at Nad Al Sheba, I was given the opportunity to tour the jockeys' quarters.
A familiar set of colours. They are the Godolphin colours.
Another visual that left a lasting impression on me when I thought about the greats in modern racing that had passed through here. But it is just one portion of this incredible place that is Nad Al Sheba.
It's a facility that has changed in the space of 3 weeks. Anybody who comes racing at Nad Al Sheba for a Dubai International Racing Carnival meeting will certainly enjoy it. They'll see some good racing. They'll see Nad Al Sheba in one form. They come back 3 weeks later on Dubai World Cup night and Nad Al Sheba has been transformed, as you've seen yourself, with the International Village, the marquees, the gallery. It's a different race track. The course remains the same, but the track is different. And then you get that magnetism of people from all over the world coming, flooding around the outside of the parade ring, looking at the horses coming from all around the world. There's a buzz, there's an excitement that really adds to it.
This racetrack, it's not an oval, it's more of a triangular shape. It's massive. You can't hardly see the other side of the backstretch. There's a golf course in the middle, and one of the most impressive things really to me was you stand right on the finish line and you look all the way down the chute where they run the Golden Shaheen, the 6 furlong sprint stake race, and it's so far away, 3/4 of a mile. It's so different in America. We're used to the horses coming around the turn out of the chute going 6 furlongs, and you don't realize how far it is until you see it in the straightaway form, and you just stand on the finish line and look all the way down there, and it's pretty cool.
There's very few horses that can be all out going 3/8 of a mile, so you want to be in a good position, give the horses a chance, but you do need to come in here, focus, and understand the layout.
You don't realize when we watch these races on TV that the grandstand is basically on the turn and the finish line is right at the turn. So as soon as these horses hit the finish line, they're immediately pulling up into the first turn. Just behind me is the Burj Dubai, currently the world's tallest structure, and upon completion, it will be the world's tallest building. And they are saying that they will average a new floor every 3 days. But aside from the modern skyscrapers and sprawling resorts, there's a portion of Dubai which embraces its past, a marketplace, the souks. We're right outside of the gold souk and the textile souk, and our taxi cab driver actually told us that all of these boats right here are what bring all the product into these souks, and they come over from Iran. All of these boats, they just go all the way down the canal. Here's the entrance to the Dubai City of Gold. Just rows and rows and rows and rows of different jewelry, watches, Rolexes. I'm not even sure I would know where to begin if I was looking for something. Watches? Oh, no, thank you.
Also bag.
No, thank you. Just about anything you want. You don't even have to add. They just come up to you. Definitely has an interesting taste. It's not too bad. What in the world am I doing putting ski boots on in the deserts of Dubai? Oh yeah, there's a ski hill. Let's rock and roll. We're going inside. It's -4 degrees centigrade. If I would have paid attention in chemistry class, I could probably convert it to Fahrenheit. Nonetheless, it's cold. Another unbelievable sight in the city of Dubai. Who would have thought that you could have skiing in the middle of the desert? me for this. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Oh, I'm nauseous. Outside of the Dubai World Cup, no question the hottest ticket in town is the Arabian Knights party. A 1-hour bus ride outside of the city in a 6,000-person stadium in the middle of the desert was the Arabian Knights party. A night for everyone to unwind one last time before World Cup night. Arabian Knights gave everyone the opportunity to sit back and once again receive the first-class treatment Dubai offers and enjoy a performance and fireworks display second only to that we would witness on World Cup night. No hands whatsoever. He steers himself. Whoa, now. These things don't buck, do they? Whoa! He's angry. The beauty of Nad Al Sheba startles all who come here, especially in the mornings when the thoroughbred, the most majestic of all animals, takes to the track. His first trip to Dubai, my first trip to Dubai. Better talk now and me. We got something in common.
I think anyone that's experienced it for the first time, to see 45, 50,000 people come to a racing facility where there's no wagering, they came for the love of the animal and the enjoyment of the day and the night.
This is by far the world's most international and global meeting. It now, every year, can guarantee drawing together the very best turf horses and the very best dirt horses in the world. It's something that the rest of us really have to aspire to.
It's why it's a great place to showcase your horse, because there's no great advantage. It's the middle of the world and horses come from everywhere. It's a good neutral place to take on the world.
Easily the best part of the entire Dubai trip was the culmination of the week. Dubai World Cup night. And to make it even better, if that was even possible, the international broadcast asked HRTV to be America's voice on the world's richest night of racing.
Well, as I mentioned a little bit earlier on, I was going to get some help with the American horses from our American expert, Scott Hazelton from HRTV. Scott, it's your first time out in Dubai. How are you enjoying it?
It's amazing. It's something that I couldn't prepare myself for. This gave me an opportunity to rub elbows with all of the major players on race night. Every direction I turned, there was a racing great. Dettori, Gomez, DeCock, Andre Fabre, Ryan Moore, and even Sheikh Mohammed and Princess Haya. My perspective for the racing was incredible. But before race night, I had to sit in several production meetings in order to get ready for the broadcast. And the biggest thing for me was getting to understand the differences between international racing and the racing I'm so used to in the United States. Even our racing slang was different. From terms like punter meaning a better to a stayer meaning a route horse. And the most foreign thing to me was the pre-race routine the horses had to go through. So while we're in here getting ready for, say, there's an area labeled the pre-paddock, which is essentially a cross between the receiving barn and paddock. Horses come over well in advance of their race and go to their assigned stalls in the pre-paddock. The saddling also takes place in these stalls, all of which is outside of the public view. But as soon as the gate sprung for the first race, it was lights, camera, action.
Ready to run.